Welcome aboard the AB Yachts 120 Wraith, and I'm not much of a numbers man, but I'm going to let them do the talking on this occasion because she's 120 foot long, weighs 150 tons, but she's got nearly 8,000 horsepower for a top speed of 47 knots. And on board, she's full of luxury, 4 beautiful cabins, more marble than Rome. She's on the market with HMY Yachts, and we've got an all-access pass. So let's get going. I'm Jack Haynes. Welcome to YachtBuyer. Before we get into it though, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, and you'll never miss another tour like this one. Welcome aboard Wraith, and there's a lot to enjoy about this area, but something I really like is the fact that everything is designed to sort of look out the back of the boat and enjoy the water. Lots of water toys on board this thing, and people can sit and relax, enjoy themselves and see all the action going on off the back of the boat. This nice wrap of seating here, twin coffee tables, and I mentioned those water toys. It's got quite a clever tender garage arrangement. It opens up on either side of the hot tub, and down there, tucked underneath there, is space for a Williams jet tender and a jet ski. This area underneath my feet lifts right up to about 6 feet, and they both slide out and into the water. It's a very cool arrangement. Another cool arrangement is the fact you've got these wings on either side. We haven't got the port side one down, the starboard side one is down. You can see how much extra living space that gives you down here. They've got the hoverboard here, but you could have seating here, bean bags, that sort of thing. It just gives you extra space that you ordinarily wouldn't have. And there's lots more cool stuff going on up in the cockpit. Okay, much more to enjoy up in the cockpit, where of course we have the hot tub. Again, it's nice that it's angled over this back deck. The way that all of this melds together, it's on different levels, but you can see as one entire space, it works so well. This is obviously very nicely positioned here on the centre line, and it's tuned to a very pleasant 36 degrees at the moment. Sun pads on either side, so people can chill out there even if they don't want to be in the tub. It's lovely, and lots of floor space here as well. No dining space out here. This is a place just to chill out, have a drink and relax. You've got the staircase up here to the sun deck, so you're going to have a proper look at that in the moment, and in there to that really quite spectacular interior. But for now, let's just stay on deck. There's a bit more to show you. Here we have a control station, so you've got the joystick for the jet drive here and the bow thruster. Obviously this is a great position if the skipper's mooring stern too, because they can see the bathing platform very, very easily. There's a bit more to enjoy on deck up front, so let's head up there. Lovely wide side decks, as you might imagine on a boat of this size. There are no guardrails, so you have to use fender straps to hang the fenders, but that does maintain lovely clean lines from bow to stern. And something that really stands out across the range for AB Yachts is this huge glass area they have. It's deep, but it's very well disguised, incredibly sleek. It looks lovely in profile, this yacht, very dynamic. It looks like it's moving even when it's sitting still. Here we've got a side door into the Helm station. We're going to have a look at that later on, because that is a very cool part of this yacht, as is the foredeck. And we saw at the aft end, you've got a Williams and a Yamaha jet ski in there, but there's another jet ski hidden behind this hatch up here. This lifts up like this. There's a crane in there. You can drop it into the water and off you go for lots of fun out on the water. Then you have this really nice socialising area, speakers down here so you can turn up the music, coffee tables, you can line up your drinks, nice sofa here, sun pad over there. It's a really cool space, you know, right forward, elevated, catches the breeze in the evening like we've got now. It's a great space. It's not enormous, but then of course you have quite a lot of space taken up by the fact that there's a jet ski lying just underneath that hatch. And I love this view of the boat. Looking back over the windscreen, it looks really purposeful. Again, it's just how sleek it is for something this long, lovely low profile. It's an awesome looking machine. Let's head to the sun deck. You know, the nice thing about a sun deck on a boat of this size is because it's so large, this is still a really good space. You've not just got sunbathing space, you've got space for freestanding furniture up here, so you can sit around and have a drink and a chat, and you're not just having to lie down on sun pads. This is quite a cool addition down here. We've got a little discreet helm station here that hides away, but then you can pop it up when you want to use it. It's not really designed for using at speed, because obviously you're cruising at 40 knots on this thing and there's no protection. This is more for slow speed work at night or in low night. You want to be able to hear your surroundings. You're very well insulated from that inside helm. So up here, you're just a bit more in touch. You've also got a very good all-round view. You can see the bow, you can see the stern. So the skipper will probably appreciate having this here, as well as that control station down in the cockpit. This at the moment is just sun pad, but when the sun goes down, it turns into something a little bit special. Let's have a look at that, shall we? It's really cool how the doors slide away into pockets on either side, so when they're open you wouldn't even know they're there. Gives you a really nice clear break between these two main living areas, flat threshold as well, so it's very easy to move in and out. And this saloon is really nicely segmented. You've got all your lounging space back here opposite this frankly enormous TV, and then as you move further forward you have the dining space amidships. This is all storage for all the boat's crockery and glassware. That's all really neatly held in this unit here. Lovely marble table, comfortable chairs all the way around. And we talked on the outside about the window line and how nice it looks on the outside, but you can see the depth of the window and the great connection that gives you to the outside from here with those broken bulwarks as well. You're very much in touch with the sea, even though you're inside. And then the final segment is the bar, obviously a very important part. The galley is downstairs on the lower deck. We'll have a look at that in a moment, but this is a really nice servery. Again, beautiful marble. There's a sink here, cooling space, lots of drink storage. Really nice place to hold court because you're looking out over the back of the boat and serve your guests. And through this door here, there's doors on both sides actually, they've touch sensors down on the floor here to partition off from the helm station. So let's have a look at that. Here at the helm station then, and this is a place you're going to want to spend some time on board Wraith. This is where you can control all of that 8,000 horsepower that's hiding away down in the engine rooms, controlled by these really rather unassuming throttles. The performance of this thing is pretty mind-blowing for its size. 47 knots flat out, 40 knots cruising, with a range of over 400 nautical miles at that speed, and it's designed to travel fast. There's not really any point trying to travel any slower than that. It's more efficient for this hull, this engine setup, these drives to be travelling at that 40 knot speed. That is where it's designed to cruise, and this is a great place to do that from. You sit centrally, and actually we're a long way forward, so you don't feel like you're on a 120-foot yacht at all. You're nice and close to the bow. It sort of shrinks the boat down around you, but you have good oversight because there are cameras all over the place. I'm looking at this setup here. You can see out the back of the boat, so when you're going along you can see the wake streaming out. You can make sure everything's okay in the cockpit, but your view forward is excellent. We've got 3 fully adjustable helm seats here. These are electric, so if I push this button I can get nice and close to this dinky little wheel, but I can also slide backwards, put the bolster up and stand and drive. The other quite nice feature is, okay, there are mooring stations elsewhere. There's one in the cockpit, there's one up on the sun deck, but this hatch behind me drops down at the touch of a button as well, so the skipper can actually look back as if they're looking through the seats in a car and see physically through to the back of the boat if they want to. But I'd say any slow speed manoeuvring is going to be done from one of the outer stations. It's a jet drive boat, so all of that is done through joystick. It's really very manoeuvrable at slow speed. According to the captain, there's a bow thruster as well, so you have a little bit of fire control over the bow. And then in terms of the dash layout itself, you've got lots of buttons and switches. There's lots of systems on this boat, and you've got all of that control here, of course, and then you've got your 3 main MFDs, cameras here, we've got the chart in front of me here, and then over here all of the digital switching, controlling all of the boat systems, and there's manual override for all of that in the engine room, which we will see later on in the tour. The only thing that supersedes it in this area is the entranceway down to the lower deck, so let's head down there. Here we arrive at one of the most striking pieces of design aboard Wraith, this lovely elegant wide staircase that at the bottom gives way to a really lovely seating area that's tucked away, very private here on the lower deck. But it also has this incredible atrium effect, double height ceiling here, loads of natural light pouring down through the windscreen, which is directly above us. You can see the back of the helm station there, the MFD is up there. I think this is just a fantastic piece of design. Forward here through a sliding door, you have access to the crew cabin. Just slide across, we'll have a proper look at that later on. Here, this is the dayhead. Again, pretty well located, very close to the stairs here, all decked out in beautiful marble. We had amidships, we have the guest and owner's accommodation. You really feel the Italian style and flair in this passageway. It's so nicely executed with the different materials down here, the lighting. Even this feels like a bit of an occasion walking down this passageway. And there's some very clever stuff going on with the layout, because this cabin here, as you can see, is set up as a gym, but push a button and you may just be able to see this is also a bed. So all of this collapses and just like that is transformed into another sleeping space with a TV mounted behind the mirror here, ensuite bathroom. What a brilliant use of space. And actually it works really well as a gym. Plenty of space to use it for that function if you want to. If we carry on amidships back into this delightful passageway, there's a twin cabin here on the port side. Of course, that's got its own ensuite bathroom. And then on the starboard side, we arrive at what is the VIP cabin. It's got the double bed, it's got loads of storage, it's got, like the other cabins, the TV discreetly hidden behind the mirror. You don't see any TVs really on this boat apart from up in the saloon, and of course it has its own ensuite tucked behind the door there. But the final cabin is the one we really want to see, because this glorious space is for the owner. I just want to do snow angels on the carpet. There's so much space down here. It's ridiculous. There is luxury in floor space, I've said it before, and it just feels like a big hotel room. It does not feel like a cabin. I mean, look at the size of the bed here. Huge, looks very comfortable. And again, we've got that effect of the TV behind the mirror, but what a mirror and what a TV it is. It really is fabulous. If I drift over this way, you end up in the ensuite. Again, it's quite an interesting arrangement, tucked here in the corner, but you have sliding doors so you can partition it off. And the toilet and the shower are separate. Obviously smoked glass for the toilet, clear glass for the shower, all decked out in marble. Nice big window in there, double shower head overhead, very nicely finished. Then over here, little sofa, bureau, somewhere you can do some work, and, as is clear, do your makeup as well. And lots of storage lined up over this side as well. It's fantastic space. Let's head forward though now and check out the crew cabins. The crew have got a nice pocket door that slides away into that bulkhead there. You can see this staircase here. This gives them direct access onto deck. Obviously it's quite a long way up the main staircase and out the back of the boat, but this gives them a nice quick passageway if they need to get there in a hurry. This here is the crew mess. Nice little seating area here, and crucially really good oversight of what's going on the boat. They've got the boat systems controlled down here, and then a suite of cameras, really high res, nice wide angle, so they can see all areas of the boat from down here in the crew mess. You've got your washer dryer facilities down here as well, and then the crew galley, which is very well specified. It's not an enormous space, but they've got really good kit in here. Nice big double American style fridge and freezer, big induction hob and mealer oven down there, plenty of storage. It's really well kitted out. If we head forward, we get to the captain's cabin. Passing on the starboard side, a pair of bathrooms, two separate bathrooms for the crew, and then the captain has their own cabin with their own ensuite. Got a pair of bunks here, it's a bigger one down here, and then actually this is quite nice, this slides out. So if there's a companion, they've got a bed, but you can push it right away and you give yourself a little bit more headroom. And again, like in the mess, they've got a screen in here as well. So wherever they are, the captain has got oversight of what's going on around the boat. Obviously that's very important. We keep on heading forward, we find the crew bunks. One on each side, bunk on that side, bunk on that side, but nice that they've got separate bathrooms so there's not a queue for the loo in the morning. Access down to the machinery space is via a door on the port side of the cockpit, and then when you're down here, well, you can appreciate how much room there is, and the thing I'm really appreciating is the fact that they actually air condition the engine room. Of course, if you've got your engineers working on these three massive engines in South Florida or the Caribbean, you want to make sure they're nice and cool. So it's a remarkably nice temperature down here considering how warm it is outside. We've got two seakeepers down here, a 26 here and a 9 over there. I guess for packaging weight reasons, they didn't want two 26s, but they really want to maximise that stabilisation when the boat is at anchor. So you've got two of those that can spin up down here. You've also got two generators, one here and one over on that side, and above that is a twin water maker, and you've also got a sewage treatment plant. So if you're someone like the Bahamas, crystal clear water, you're not ejecting anything horrible into the water, comes out sanitized, nice and clear. You can treat everything on board. Nice to have everything all lined up here as well. The switches are very clear, you can see your breakers very easily, and again, good oversight of what's going on elsewhere on the boat from down here in the engine room. Now, onto the engines. Three 2,600 horsepower MTUs, the middle one connected to a fixed jet, the outer two connected to movable jets. That's what you're going to use to do manoeuvring, and then when you're out at sea powering along at 40 knots, all three are firing up and firing a lot of water at the back of this boat while they're doing it. But of course the benefit of jet drives, shallow draft. The draft of this thing is less than 6 foot. I think it's 4 foot 5 inches. And they have beached the 116 version of this in the Bahamas, just put the nose up on the sandbank. What a remarkable thing to be able to do on a boat of this size. It is a bit of an engineering marvel, I have to say. Thank you very much for watching that tour of Wraith. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give us a like if you did. Let me know in the comments below if you'd have this or a Pershing if you wanted a super fast performance express yacht. As I said, she's on the market with HMY Yachts, and there will be a link in the description with more information if you want it. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Jack Haynes. This is YachtBuyer.